No kidding. Our first guest tonight is the CEO and founder of Genesis 10 and also a foreign policy expert. He sits as the executive committee on the American-Israeli Public Affairs Committee as well. Let's welcome for the first time to the program, Harley Lippman. Mr. Lippman, I'm a little concerned. I was sitting, I forget where, over the weekend, and somebody hits me and says, look at this report. They fired rockets in and almost hit the U.S. consulate, and nobody's talking about it. Now, why wouldn't the red flag go up with the Biden administration? And why are we still even talking to Iran about this deal when they would do something like this?
Well, that's a great question. And I think, the best way I can answer that is I think it's the way Democrats view foreign policy. They're so eager for peace, almost near desperate for peace, that our enemies pick up on that and they take full advantage of us. Starting out with Obama, he never really understood, I think, the notion of using military force along with diplomacy in executing foreign policy that would promote U.S. interests and promote peace around the world. What he did had the opposite reaction. If we go back, we saw Mitt Romney, the Republican candidate, was right. He said Russia's our #1 adversary, and Madeleine Albright apologized to him, which I think is a class act. But I think it shows at a deeper level that the Democrats are so desperate to get a foreign policy win. They want to do it because Biden desperately needs a victory in foreign policy. And there's a theory that on a personal level, he admires Obama very much and is so eager to get his approval that he'd like nothing more than to go back to Obama and say, see, even though Trump threw away your agreement, I got it back. And for these type of emotional
let me interrupt, sorry, but our allies don't want it back. This deal doesn't do anything to benefit our allies in the Middle East, and they told Obama and Biden that, and they still pushed it through. Thank God Trump got rid of it, and now we're going to bring it back.
You're exactly right. Our allies are perplexed and terrified, starting with the way we ran out of Afghanistan. We didn't just leave and run out. We left everything behind, expensive, top-quality military equipment in the billions and billions of dollars, U.S. taxpayer money left behind. So it's a terrible deal that'll take place. It does. One, the sunset clauses are going to stay there, which means this deal is like a Band-Aid. If you make a deal, it has to last through time. It can't expire in a few years. That's ridiculous on its face, one. Two, there's nothing addressing missile technology. The Iranians are building intercontinental ballistic missiles whose only purpose is to deliver a nuclear bomb. So why is that being tolerated and allowed?
Yeah, it's insane.
Three, they're the center of world terrorism. They're murdering people left, right, and center. And when they're going to get billions of dollars, which could be in the hundreds of billions, where do you think that money's going to? It's not going to go to roads and schools and hospitals. No. It's going to commit more murder.
That's right.
So while the Democrats may think this deal will prevent war, it will have the opposite outcome. It will create more war, more violence, and more deaths. And that's truly tragic.
Proves one more time what President Trump said. He had heard from multiple senators on both sides of the aisle while in office that Joe Biden was not only one of the dumbest senators, but one of the worst on foreign affairs, and he's proving it right now by putting us back in that deal. Harley Lippman, thank you so much for coming on the program and keeping it honest and real. Take care, sir.
Thank you.